That's right, knock down my sunflowers.
List of little incidentals. This is just making a pattern up to seal the firewall for a bit of sound deadening and heat. Just made a pattern up and stick that on there. Also the factory insulation. Now we're just pulling the dash to pieces, getting ready to go through the individual gauges. That's running the drill up on the speedo, actually lubricating it, getting it to run free. Checking the voltage regulator on the back, giving the lenses a good clean. That's running the drill up again. Change the decals. This is replacing the decals, freshening up the dash. So slipping those in with tweezers just to make it look nice when it all goes back together again. It's straightforward. You've got to clean it with alcohol. When it's all done, geez, it makes a big difference because it brightens everything right up. And I did get a nice brand new reproduction fascia, which makes it look brand new. Replace the dash pad. There we go, the dash pad. Now the dash is looking brand new. It's got a retro tacho. Now lifting the dash in on a B-body or most Mopars, if you take the two studs out of the steering column mount, you can actually load the dash onto the bottom A-pillar bracket bolts, and then you can pivot the dash into position, and whilst it's hanging on an angle you can connect all your ducting hoses and all your cables to your heater. Then you just pivot up into position and then bolt the 4 bolts that hold the dash. Rick spent quite a bit of time on the 3-speed wiper motor, cleaning all the fittings and getting it to function properly. They actually park, so there's a bit of messing around. That was all missing. There's us just preparing, getting close now. Windscreen going to go in. Much closer now to going for a proper drive with a windscreen fitted. So quite fiddly, but it's coming along now, getting close. Made a rod for the air grabber. Just means I can mechanically lift it and lower it when I wanted to.
So we just installed the wiring harness. We don't have any fuel in the thing yet. It's bone dry. We did put oil in it though, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to...
We're just having a giggle. If it pops, it pops.
Yeah, we're just going to curious to see if it pops in back compressor. We're going to put a little ether in the center carburetor. We don't know if it cranks. We don't know if it starts. We don't know if any of the wiring's right. We don't know if it's got spark.
Ready?
Yeah. It runs. Right off the bat, it runs. There's no fuel in the tank. The carburetor's a bone dry. And it sounded beautiful.
It sounded confident. It did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thumbs up, dude.
Okay, it's Tuesday morning. What's the date?
October 2nd.
October 2nd. I think we've
you
been
would
working for 22 days, I think, something like that.
We've been working for 22 days, and the motor has not been running, except for that one instant yesterday. The motor has not been running for at least 15 years. I plucked it out of that green car up there. Go for it.
See what happens. We didn't speed the idle speed up.
Yeah, I did.
I did, okay.
front.
A big one or not?
Yeah, not pouring out, but big enough, yeah.
If we start doing some checking, what are we going to do at the misfire?
Plug wires, we're going. Well, how come 7/16 points not thin? No, it does. I mean, I suppose it could also be stuck liquid. That would suck. All right, it's pouring out wet. It's still dripping.
Well, it's wet up high, so
Float bowl.
this one, no, I'm thinking this one, it's up high, it's wet there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's something to do with the front carb float bowl. You're thinking it's just the.
Oh, you're thinking of flooding, or you're thinking of just
Oh,
the top seal?
Oh, top seal of the gasket
Yeah,
in here.
yeah.
I didn't see it. If the fuel was pouring in here, I think we would have known it. I'm just looking for a screwdriver to tighten that screw.
I put everything away, sorry.
That's fine. Where did I put your phone?
Yeah. Okay, that's first check. Now
What's
we've
the
got
passcode?
to go look for misfire and usual problems with starting an engine up. So. Plenty of fumes, that's just burning off paint and oils. We're about to start the car again, but now we're going to try and put it through gears. We've got a drive shaft.
Yep.
It's the first actual potentially moving test.
Yes. Can you see the wheels in the camera?
Maybe not. Look through the back screen.
Yeah, close. Move it a little bit. first time that the transmission has shifted. Is that first? Try reverse. Yep. All good. Don't forget, remember you have to wire the filter. Take it for a spin in a few minutes, right? Gotta put a seat in. Windshield. Oh, and the windshield's gotta come out. It's just sitting there. All right, GoPro, stop recording.
First drive forward. Watch this. Okay, it's been like 25 days and it's running. Driving at this stage, that's as far as we've gone, 10 feet. First time I've seen it out in the open. Looks a bit messy, but it's running, not losing any water, not losing any oil. So far so good. Now it's got to secure the seat so I can go for a drive. I've got to pull the windscreen back out because it's not fitted properly yet. Had to put the stickers on the course so that people knew who the drivers were. It was important. Hamming it up, ready to go. And thanks to the wonderful people at XV Engineering for the fantastic seatbelts. Very comfortable, didn't cut your neck, really good.
The Mopar Action Project Beeper 3, belonging to Brian Dowell of Melbourne, Australia, is being started and moving under its own power for the first time in many decades. Probably the last time it ever left a so-called factory like this was Hamtramck, Michigan in 1970. The owner is Brian Dowell of Melbourne. He's leaving the Mopar Action Dream Car Garage.
Another 25 days or something?
25 days into the build, and the car is now going to start and run under its own power. We have started it. We have run it with the wheels off the ground to ensure that it shifts. We know we have a firm brake pedal. We know the steering is tight. Brian is going to hopefully try and get the front end angles aligned now. Brian, turn your key. Start your engine. Doesn't sound bad for a used 440. Look at that. Look at that. It's a typical fall New York day. That's right, knock down my sunflowers. And away he goes. It runs. The beast lives.
The all-important 6-barrel decal for the air cleaner. Feature of the engine bay. Looks fantastic in there when it's all done and dusted. Look at that. Like brand new. Bad for a quick tidy up. Now we're getting to registration now, so the car's on its way for a wheel alignment. And Pat and John, who are the two fellas I bought the car from, there they are. They were also the fellas who graciously let me work in their workshop to put the car together. So very helpful and very pleased that they helped me. There we are on the wheel aligner, getting it ready for action so we can start driving at long distance. That looks really cool. I like that. I wouldn't mind one of those. Happened to go through 555,555. I just missed the 5/10, but that's pretty cool. Did about 50 miles locally. Drove around locally. This is at one of Rick's friends, Matt's garage, and I'm just giving it a quick check over, looking for oil leaks or water leaks or anything I can possibly see. Just fussing basically. And then across the road, down the road a bit, we stopped and showed the boys at the local Chrysler dealership. Then left there laying some rubber up the street. That was pretty cool. But last night, I think I'm starting to load the trunk up with all the spare parts that the car needs when I get back to Australia, and really stacking it in there tight, right up the quarter panels, right up behind the back seat.
It's going to be washed automatically today. Just take a look up there.
Yeah. Rain.
Rain.
Oh, you want to take some photos with Matt's?
Yes.
Matt's just going to take a spin. He wants to feel a 6-pack 440 car. It's a momentous day. We're heading off towards San Francisco. So we'll find out how reliable it's going to be. We'll find out what we've forgotten. We'll find out what's not.
Or something. Well, let me see your head in it. There you go. There's one. That's it? Then you're going to take it up and down a block. Yeah. A few laps. Don't do any burnouts on the driveway.
Don't do any burnouts, period.
Yeah, true. Especially with the engine cold. Easy on the clutch, man.
Rick writing down the final checklist, getting to the real nitty-gritties now. We had that car dialed, everything worked, washers, horns, seat belts, carpet, you name it, we had it all in there ready to go. New York, San Francisco, Melbourne or bust. Last minute decision to put headlight relay in, and then all the stickers, thanking all our supporters, Rock Auto, SST, Boardman, Autocraft, Mopar Action helped us heaps. Just really cool project. The whole thing was fantastic.
Okay guys, any last words?
See you in the spring. Break a leg.
Have a safe trip.
We will, thank you.